I have spent a fair amount of time explaining what my project on active learning is all about. My mother and father always modeled extreme integrity, so I feel I need to take a moment and explain what this project is not. It is not a Hollywood production with multi-million-dollar cameras capturing every moment. While I did my very best to offer a high-resolution video, I hope the viewer will overlook the occasional blurred image. I describe my two cameras as high-end amateur cameras. I hope that doesn't sound contradictory, but quite honestly, that was all I could afford. I did not have a team of editors working for me. I personally edited each and every video, and I'm glad I did. My clock is covered up with a smiley face because we took breaks as needed. If you notice my cup is full of water in one scene, and a few moments later it's halfway down, well, I took a break and I drank it. The viewer should know I didn't, couldn't, and honestly wouldn't pay someone to run around and make sure every background item or prop is in the exact same location for each and every shot. In addition, while we did not use scripts or memorize any lines, if I used too many ums, I did a second or third take. When my students said something wonderful but spoke too softly or too quickly, I'd tell them that was excellent, and then I would respectfully ask them to repeat it. Here's an example.
We are recording.
Students, I'm always on the hunt for an active learning strategy which is going to encourage you to want to learn and even to want to read. How many of you dread the thought of having to read certain pages from a textbook? Any of you?
Yeah.
And that's an honest answer. I think the bullseye strategy is going to encourage more of you to want to read, to want to learn the material, to want to do the task at hand. Yep, I hate it. The students were amazing and volunteered all of their time. We filmed most of these videos in the summer and it was hot. In most cases, we did not have air conditioning. I hope the viewer doesn't mind the shorts or t-shirts. Obviously, no professional wardrobes here. The viewer might say, well, I wish I had only 16 students like he has in this particular video. Well, it's not uncommon for me to have 30 students and sometimes even more in a single class. However, with 2 cameras on rolling tripods and sound equipment, I simply did not have the room. I will tell you, in most cases, it's easier to do these strategies with more students. More students means more energy, more learning, and more fun. For instance, when I do the active learning strategy entitled Assembly Lines, I want a room full of students competing against one another. It was also important to me to use a diverse group of students, diverse in terms of their ethnicity as well as their learning styles. Finally, students like novelty, and when it comes to showing appreciation, clapping simply wouldn't do. When I asked them what they preferred, this is what they said. Students, I have a question for you. Do you prefer snapping or clapping?
Clapping.
Why?
Because it's more fun.
Because it's different and it doesn't really disturb anyone else.
I think that answer deserves a snap applause. I hope the viewer doesn't mind the snap applauses used throughout the videos. If you prefer clapping or some other means of showing appreciation for a job well done, by all means, please do what makes you comfortable. Again, it was important to me to be completely honest with you. I sincerely thank you for listening.